This is the only way it works. It's the only way that you can actually get to a point where you go to work because you want to go to work, not because you have to go to work. You have to keep working on your business every single day, every single week. The landscape lighting pro here in Utah, Keith Rosser. You know, we talked about a lot of really cool things. It's awesome meeting with other lighting guys and talking shop, if you will. But, you know, one of the things that really impressed me about him and his company is that he's actually built a real company. You know, it's not like he can't just meet me for lunch on the fly. It's not like he can't go golfing when he wants. I mean, he's got a company, he's got people in place. So he's going to work because he wants to go to work, not because he has to go to work. And that is my goal in life. That is what I try to teach people to do, because it is possible. And he's not an average lighting guy. He's figured out a lot of these things, and he started to work on his business many, many years ago. So I would encourage you guys, as part of my lighting tip of the week, is to make sure you're always building your business. Every single day, you've got to map this thing out. You know, there's the book I read, E-Myth, many years ago. That book was recommended by Reto Mueller of Garden Light. He told me to read it. And honestly, I mean, that book is awesome. He in that book, he talks about building your business to sell it, and like you're going to franchise it. And listen, that's not everyone's goal, is to like sell a business and retire right away, or even franchise it. And that's okay. That doesn't have to be it. But the reason why he tells you to do that is because if you build your business like you're going to sell it, or like you're going to franchise it, you replace yourself. Like, you literally replace yourself one person at a time, and eventually your business is running without you. There's a lot of reasons to do that. One, so that you don't go crazy.
Crazy? No, opposite.
Because you're doing the job of 10 different people. But the other reason is you actually provide better value to your clients. Like, you are not as good as you think you are. You can't do everything.
I was like, this guy does everything.
You might be really good at sales. You might be really good at installs, but I promise you, if you're trying to do both, you're not going to be good at either one. And so when you grow your business and you put these pieces around you, you actually are serving your client at a higher level. And that doesn't mean you can't work in the business. Like, yeah, if you want to be the salesperson, that's fine. You know, you do that, but you're doing it because you want to, not because you have to. And I promise you, 99% of the business owners out there, probably 99.9, are working because they have to, not because they want to. I'll give you a tip. We've got just a couple minutes, but I'll tell you how to do this. So one, you need to start hiring your replacement one person at a time, right? But in order to do this, you have to map it out. One of the things that I do when inside my program is I have people the very first week is I assign them to design their dream life. And so on that worksheet is like literally asking questions like, what does your dream life look like? Where do you want to live? What do you want to do? What does it look like, right? And you have to map this out. You have to write it down. It has to be visual. You have to see this on a daily basis and detail it out to the finite detail. What do you want to do each day, right? And map it out. And what products are you going to sell? What's your price point? How many clients are you going to need to be able to make a certain amount of revenue? And how much revenue are you going to need to make a certain amount of profit? And how much are you going to put away each year into your savings and IRA? And are you going to set up a retirement account? How many phone calls is it going to take to get X amount of leads to close X amount of deals? You can do this. You can map this out, reverse engineer it, map it out, how many employees it's going to take, an office manager, salesperson, installation team, service. How big do you want it to be? And it doesn't have to be, I'm going to be a millionaire. That's fine. Everyone, writes their own script. Your version of success is different than mine. That's okay. But the point is, map it out, reverse engineer it to the point where you know exactly what you need to do this year. Here's what I need to do in the next 12 months. Here's what I need to do over the next 3 years, right? And then work backwards. So if I want to get to that point in 5 years, here's what I need to do every single year. And if I need to do that every single year, then here's what I need to do this month. And here's what I need to do this week. And here's what I need to do today, right? It's getting late. It's like almost 6 Eastern. So start tomorrow. But seriously, don't start tomorrow, start today. It's never too late to start today. So start today and really just break it down until you have a daily action plan. I promise you this, it sucks. Like, no one wants to do this. Okay. We talked about my coach. He made me do this. I don't want to do it either, right? But it gives you a vision and it gives you clarity on exactly what needs to be done. And it helps hold yourself accountable, especially when you keep it in front of you, because you can look at it and be like, I didn't do this today. This is what I was supposed to do. I didn't do it. I'm going to do it right now. I'm just going to do it right now. Then I'll go home, right? So you have to do something like this. Otherwise, I promise you guys, time goes by too fast. You'll get to a point, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 years down the road, and you'll be like, crap. I think I remember listening to this guy on the radio one time, I can't remember what it was, but he said to do this. I should have done that. Just do it, okay? Your future self will thank you. I tell you that. I tell you guys that every week. But this is the only way it works. It's the only way that you can actually get to a point where you go to work because you want to go to work, not because you have to go to work. You have to keep working on your business every single day, every single week.